What's your forced to grow up too fast story? I was 13 when my mom packed 2 garbage bags and kissed my forehead. She said she'd be back in a few days. That was 3 months ago. It was just me and my little brother Jaden left in our crappy rental house. He was only 5. The fridge was basically empty except for some ketchup packets and old bread. I had no clue what I was doing, but Jaden was looking at me like I had all the answers. The first week was the worst. I fed us whatever was left, peanut butter on stale bread, cold hot dogs straight from the package, cereal with water because the milk went bad. When the gas company shut us off, I had to figure out how to light the stove with matches. I burned off half my eyebrow the first time, and Jaden laughed so hard he snorted milk out his nose. Every morning I'd help him get dressed for kindergarten. His teacher, Mrs. Walker, would smile and ask where Mommy was. I got really good at making up stories. She works nights at the hospital. She's visiting Grandma. She's at a work conference. Jaden was smart enough to go along with it. But I stopped going to my own school after this one teacher, Mr. Kim, pulled me aside and said I smelled bad. He kept asking weird questions about home. I panicked, thinking they'd call child services and split us up, so I just stopped showing up. I became like a secret agent or something. I'd walk Jaden to school, then spend the day figuring out how to be an adult. I watched YouTube videos on everything. How to unclog the kitchen sink, how to pay bills online, how to wash clothes by hand in the bathtub. Our neighbor's Wi-Fi password was password123, so that helped a lot. The landlord kept coming by asking for rent money. I'd tell him Mom was working double shifts and would pay him soon. He believed me for a while because I learned to talk like adults do. Serious voice, eye contact, using words like circumstances and temporary situation. Jaden started calling me Dad as a joke, but it made my stomach hurt every time. I was 13. I should have been worried about algebra tests and whether girls liked me. Instead, I was counting quarters to buy ramen and Googling how to treat fever when Jaden got sick. The worst part was pretending everything was normal. Jaden would ask when Mommy was coming home and I'd say soon, while inside I was screaming because I had no idea. At night, he'd crawl into my bed and I'd tell him stories until he fell asleep. Then I'd stay awake staring at the ceiling trying not to cry. I got really good at being fake happy. Jaden needed to think I had everything under control, so I'd make games out of everything. Who could eat their cereal the fastest? Who could fold clothes better? Who could be the quietest during hide and seek when the landlord knocked? 3 months in, our neighbor Ms. Garcia came by to borrow sugar. She took one look at us and knew something was wrong. I tried to give her the usual story, but she just stood there shaking her head. 20 minutes later, the police showed up. They were nice about it, but they said we couldn't stay together. Different foster homes. Jaden cried and held onto my shirt so tight they had to pull him off me. I didn't cry though. I couldn't. Someone had to be strong. Later I found out Mom was in Nevada the whole time, living with some guy she met online doing drugs. She never called once, not even on Jaden's birthday.